Dialogues has been conceptualized as an annual coming together, and there's a forum where everyone in the ecosystem can come together and really have practitioner level discussions. Code for GovTech is an ecosystem initiative that we conceptualized and piloted last year in 2022 with this vision to catalyze this vibrant ecosystem community of contributors, builders and adopters for the DPGs and DPI ecosystem space.
The whole idea of building DPGs, the whole approach itself has to change from the beginning. You can't build something and then scale it later on. Instead of sort of scaling whatever works, build what works at scale.
Scalability cannot be an afterthought. Interoperability cannot be an afterthought. Privacy cannot be an afterthought. These are something with which we have to start. India has shown the world solutions which are scalable, which are interoperable, which are frugal, and which are open source, open standard based, open API based.
And now India has reached a stage where we've got DPI, DPGs in lots of sectors, and we're starting to see the population scale outcomes of these systems. But what we haven't had so far is lots of people contributing to the code behind these technologies and driving the adoption of these technologies. And C4GT is really that, that program that's bringing everybody together.
We need something completely different. We don't need to build solutions for specific problems. We need to build what I call the highest common factor. The DPG today is the highest common factor. So as you define these simplistic DPGs, the ability to create awareness of the larger ecosystem, the ability to bring knowledge out there, to create a few useful cases on which we can build adoptions is going to be very critical.
We are talking about commerce that is applicable to the village, to the elite, and a market which will give opportunities for everybody to coexist. It's not competing with each other.
And the initiative like this actually encourage them, give them the forum to develop a use case and to build on it and to have mentorship. So that it's, there is a certain direction being given to them and help them all come together.
And it will ultimately ensure that the DPI ecosystem remains vibrant, remains active, and involves the grassroots levels, young people, young minds into thinking of solutions for solving our technological challenges.
All in the impact sector, all in the dev sector, all these organizations came together trying to figure out what does it mean to actually make community a possibility with these values. To solve for that, we're launching 3 constructs today. Every organization who's a DPG builder could ideally use these.
And it will help DPG builders maintain that standard and make it very similar to how a certain contributor would expect in the open source ecosystem.
Open source is going to be the future, and creating that infrastructure ready right now so that when all the students come in, they have a place where they can express themselves and add value.
Event like DPG Dialogues where all of these players come together to listen to each other's perspectives and views and share all of the practices from practitioners itself.
And this is essentially one large engineering and developer cohort coming together to address population scale, DPG and DPI ideals.
So I do think Code for GovTech has been long overdue in the Indian ecosystem, and I'm super glad that it has come about and this has been a reality.
Because what it's doing is it's really bringing together the open source contributor community and channeling their energy into the DPG movement.
This kind of program forces the DPIs, DPGs to think of how they can be ready for contribution.
Any project, right, doesn't happen without people's contribution. So you need collaborative efforts, brain cycle of thinking or fixing the idea itself.
DPI and DPG ecosystem will also grow when actually the public which is there in India will come and actually contribute to it.
Being a part of C4GT, the most important thing you realize is the part of a tangible impact which you can see.
In 2 months, we have created an app and just deployed it on production also. You can test it out and you can see.
100 contributors working on these 103 projects successfully in a period of 2 months. Real pain points, real solutions by real people contributing for their country. I think that's the essence of C4GT, and that's what we need more of in every country.
It was amazing,
Exciting, inspiring,
Energizing,
awesome,
Inspirational,
enriching,
Transforming.
magical, roller coaster actually.
very impactful.
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 Today was the inaugural edition of the DPG Dialogues, and some real conversations happened as part of it. Really looking forward to what's in store for C4GT or Code for GovTech in the coming years.